All right. People that are still awake, good evening, Chiefs Kingdom, or could I say good morning? Well, I guess it is only 10:42. Well, Steve Walls, Darren Smith here. The Chiefs are headed back to the Super Bowl. Three-peat is what they're trying to get. The AFC champions once again defeated the Buffalo Bills. Darren, how you feel?
I feel Super Bowl bound. That's how I feel. I feel much better post-game than what I was while the game was going on. Look, shout out to the Chiefs. Shout out to the Bills for a good season for them. But with all said and done, it's always been about the Chiefs and their road from destiny to dynasty.
You know, it's interesting, man, because there were a lot of folks that talked about, this is Josh Allen's year. It's his time. Every dog has their day, right? Meaning that Josh Allen was going to be able to come into Kansas City, Arrowhead Stadium, and defeat Patrick Mahomes, and it didn't happen.
Well, it seems, honestly, that that's what the media narrative was over the last 2-3 weeks. That people on the major networks wanted to see the Chiefs get knocked off, and I don't know if they were trying to clutch their pearls or what it came to, but you saw on ESPN and FS1 and a lot of these former players and national media heads who were openly rooting for Josh Allen. Well, actually, we're openly rooting for Houston last week to knock the Chiefs off, and then in this game, most of them had Josh Allen and the Bills knocking the Chiefs off without realizing that there is a thing called history and what the Chiefs have been able to do over the last 3 seasons, but also what they do. The difference between them in the regular season with Buffalo and in the postseason against them.
And it's really interesting the fact that they, have crowned. Whether it's Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, they've crowned these guys without, having won a Super Bowl.
Yeah. Right.
They've crowned them the next greatest. And I'm not sure how that's possible. Again, we talk about Josh Allen not being able to win the big game meaning the AFC Championship to even get to the Super Bowl. At least Joe Burrow got to one. He ended up losing. But how do you feel like this Chiefs defense played?
It was, I'm not gonna lie, to me, it was a little helter-skelter. I haven't quite figured out, and I talked to some of the players post-game, which those interviews will be posted up later on this evening, about what the biggest hurdle is when they face a team like Cincinnati, when they face a team like Buffalo, to where I don't know if it's a matchup issue, because it always boils down to Josh Allen. And it was only a few times that we talked about pregame on them trying to get a good hit on Allen. They caused a fumble with him, I think, 1 or 2 times, and but he was able to recover. But it just seems like matchup-wise, they always seem to have a problem because he unlike Lamar, will literally take the ball in his hands and run and doesn't think twice about it. Exactly. Lamar will kind of, will run at the last up 2 times. Josh, if he sees open hole, he's gone. Yeah. And a lot of times this evening, he would find a guy that was wide open, and we're just sitting thinking like, how in Spagnola's name are you all leaving these players wide open?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we get a chance to see now. It's been 2 Super Bowls. The Chiefs have played the San Francisco 49ers. Now they're going back and they've been playing the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah. It's gonna be a good time, man. We're gonna be there for about 11 days down in New Orleans.
We'll be there for a long time.
New Orleans, Louisiana. We appreciate you guys, staying up, hanging out with us. You can catch myself and Darren Smith tomorrow, along with DJ Q and also Sean Tyler for the Red Hour, 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Catch it right where you are watching us right now. Darren, any last thing?
Yeah, well, first of all, DJ Q is going to talk about tomorrow, but I have to remind him that both he and I got our preseason Super Bowl matchups correct, and the Eagles along with the Kansas City Chiefs. But no, seriously, when it's all said and done, man, I mean, you and I have been fortunate to be on this ride the last 6-7 years when it comes to covering the Chiefs, and look, the players know, they talk to us and they appreciate, the road that we have to travel in covering them over this time period. And so it's, we get to, we got one more game. We got 8, 9, 10 days down in New Orleans together. We'll both be on Radio Row for our respective stations, and of course we'll do stuff in the evening time, media party, opening night, and of course the Super Bowl game itself. So, we can do this for 2 more weeks, man.
Heck yeah. All right, for Steve Walls, for Darren Smith, we're out of here.